Kindly sit down. Thank you. Uh, Judge Noel Jr., Judge Balo, Senator Pacquiao, ang kaibigan ko na matalik. Rogelio Pacquiao, the congressman. Governor Chiongbian Solon, Elmer Peralta, the Vice Governor, the board members and the other officials of the province of Sarangani. Sir Chabit, kumusta po kayo? Tinuod tong gisulti ni Senator Pacquiao. He went to the Marco Polo Hotel one night and he talked to me. He said he was there just to talk to me to run for the presidency. And at that time, I was still vacillating because of the reasons I have already given you many times, that I had a problem with the family. My wife is sick with cancer, sa third stage na. She was scheduled to be operated on. Then, you know very well na matanda na ako. I'm old, not really in the best fighting mode, at wala akong pera. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, Manny, kaibigan talaga. And I never really regretted just saying na, man, kung sino man ang malapit sa puso mo, pera sa akin, doon ka na lang, kasi mukhang alanganin talaga ako. Hindi lang alanganin, ayaw ko talaga. Kasi mabigat ang panahon. I thought that it was no longer my time to be playing with politics. As I said, I was ready to retire. Kasi yung anak ko na lang ang pinapatakbo ko. I really do not know what brought me to the presidency. You know, wala akong ni isang congressman, ni isang mayor, city or municipal, wala akong governor, wala akong barangay captain except the local officials of the city of Davao. And at that time, when I was starting the hostings, wala namang masyadong tao, but every time, progressively, over time, ni nag-aanam o kadaghan, and maybe I was mesmerized or bewildered for that matter, na murag ang tao, murag nibilib man po sa ako. You know, having had no supporter in every town, I just went along to deliver my peace. And nung maraming kampanya, maraming tao, pumasok sa isip ko na baka pwede. But the problem again was the money. But somehow, yung mga taga-Davao, ang local funding yun eh. And I assure you that I never really accepted any money from any mining company. Yan masiguro ninyo, paski tanongin nyo. And even the big time having contracts, Lucio Tan, for example, offered money. Iniwasan ko. Kasi not because it is a bad practice. Usually, elections are... Pero, mahirap na kasi na matali ka, magkompromiso ka. And I was on a shoestring budget. And umabot ako sa talagang election day. Ang ano ko lang yung mga tao, baski saan ako pumunta, ay subwak, tawag niyan sa Bisaya, filled to the brim ang sa Luneta. When I was tweetingin ako doon sa monitor ng TV, yung sa taas, yung drone. And when I saw the crowd, sinabi ko sa asawa ko, baka manalo ako. Kasi sobra kadaghan yun. And I said, until this tough, right across the plaza, puno. Sabi ko, baka sakali. And then I just prayed to God that I'd be given a chance to serve the country. And anyway, I'm already there. Now that I'm the president, not yet, but soon, inshallah, basta hindi takabot. I promise to the people, and I will do it. Of the things that I see now, I put at stake my life, my honor, and even the presidency itself. Corruption. Corruption must stop. Alam mo, pagod na talaga generations after generations. Well, may I just also would like to remind you that there was only one Davao at that time, and for about 12 years, my father was the governor of one Davao. One Cotabato lang rin kayo noon. So, ang tinignan ko, what would be my platform? Wala man akong partido except the PDP, which was really moribund. But after I took over, naging marami na kami ngayon. That's the politics of the Philippines. Sabi ko, let us give them, the Filipino, a chance. Give them a respite from corruption. Kaya kayo, ngayon, kung gusto ninyong tumulong talaga sa bayan ninyo, if you really want to help your country, now is the time na ako ang nandyan. Sabihin mo lang sa aking lahat, all that I ask of you is do not lie to me. Kimamilitary ka, kipulis, pag tinanong kita ano ang sitwasyon o sino ang gumawa, just tell me the truth and I will titimplahin ko na kung dapat ka bang patayin o hindi. Parang ganon. Well, ganon ang gusto ko. At mauna dyan, I do not want to offend anybody. It is not a particular person that is really the target. But sabi ko, ang BIR, an institution known to be corrupt since time immemorial. Kailangan huminto na kayo. Customs. For the longest time, maganda ang buhay ninyo. Just the BIR. On the side, except your salary, mayroon kayong kinikita na parang allowance mo na lang yung sweldo mo. Huwag na lang tayo magbulahan. Ayaw ko magbula-bula ng tao. Diretsahan na lang tayo. So, this time, you have to change your lifestyle, less expense. Maybe if you buy a car every other year, make it 5 years. And try to be just an ordinary government worker. And even the police, hindi naman lahat, because most of them are really very good. But in the higher echelons of the command, there are about 3 generals who are really tainted with drugs. So sana alam naman nila that before I really assume office, mag-retire na lang sila at mayroon pa silang matanggap. Otherwise, I will name them publicly and ask for their resignation in public. So yan ang ano natin. Kasi wala namang, wala naman na, we all have feet of clay. Tao lang tayo eh. So may mga kasalanan rin tayo, but making the people of the Republic of the Philippines, you're milking cow, mahirap yan. Hindi ako sanay ng ganon, and I do not want it. All, whatever be the government agency, wag mo talaga ako marinig na may corruption. Even a whiff of whisper, I will fire you or place you somewhere. Mamili kayo, Kumbalbali, Hulo, dito sa, hindi, wala masyado dito yung because we are having talks with everybody. Mamili kayo because I will not hesitate really. At anong nalaala ko kasi, nung there was this multiple deaths in Pasay, kung hindi ako nag-takak ng katak ng putang ina kayo, bago makita mo, there were series of raids, lumabas na yung mga siyabo. Parang binibigyan mo lang ang salida ang just for show. Bigyan mo ang Pilipino na, nandiyan pa lang putang ina, bakit? May patay, o di sige. Di patayin mo. Ako, to the military and the police who are really working, the honest one, pag may nangyari sa trabaho at nandoon kayo and you are unfairly accused of a crime, do not worry. Ako. Turo mo ako. Ma-ombudsman ka man, may human rights, Congress, or mademanda ka man, wag mo lang akong bulahin, wag mo lang akong laruan, and I will take care of you, I will protect you. Pero, sasabi ko na, and to those not only para sa lahat, do not destroy my country because I will really kill you. Do not destroy the youth of the land kasi ang magsunod na tumindig dito bukas in just a matter of years, just a flick of a finger, sila na naman. Huwag mo akong bigyang Pilipino na puro may katok sa ulo. Kasi kawawa naman, you know why? I'll just give you an example. Yung mga bata tayo, pag natatakot tayo, binubulsit tayo ng mga tatay, nanay natin, may dalang palo, what do we do? Instinctively. Ano ginagawa natin? Tayo mga lalaki. Di ba nakubera natin, hindi ulo. Kung may baril dala, hindi mag-cover ng ulo. Dito ka sa ari mo, gumaganon ang bata. Di ba? Well, I'll tell you why. Because itong atin dito, hindi sa utak manggaling ang ating next Filipino. Dito manggaling. Kaya instinctively, he will protect the instrument to perpetuate the Filipino until kingdom come. That's the power of procreation. Patanggalan ka man ng tainga, sumabog yung ngipin mo, wala. Pero pag yun, ang nilagpot, wala na. Then, if you cannot reproduce, the feeling of inutility is always there. You just cannot imagine those guys who cannot produce another human being. Kasi this will assure you, it will assure me of the continuity of my species. 100 years from now, makita tayo dito. Of course, we do not know each other. But me and you will never know that once upon a time, nakita tayo dito sa Jensen. That's the reason why when I say, do not destroy the youth of my land. Sila yung mag-assure ng ating existence even 500 years from now. It's a primordial instinct of man. Kaya ganon. Magsabi ka, bakit mata? Huwag mong gawin ang mga anak namin, papatayin kita. And you will die. Ngayon, yung mga human rights, ganito yan eh. May pare ba dito? Sino nag-invocation? Wala pare. Young kids, mas mayo. Ganito yan eh. Ang death penalty, sabi ni Senator Pacquiao. Sabi nila, yung death penalty, because deterrence, parang ma-discourage ang tao mag-commit ng crime because there is the death penalty. Tapos wala man. Hindi man rin natuto ang mga tao. Sige man commit. You know, that is a very fractured statement. And I cannot imagine it would come from mga pare, mga academic. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Lahat naman tayo kumuha ng law. No, the death penalty might be a deterrence. It will prevent or matakot siya to commit a crime. But that is one school of thought. The other school of thought is, yung death penalty, hindi yan pantakot. Hindi yan to deter. Whether you like to commit a crime or not, that's not my business. You are equipped with your mental faculty. Yung death penalty to me is the retribution. Magbayad ka sa ginawa mo sa buhay na to. Hindi kami magkaintindihan eh. So ito sila dilema, ito mga human rights gaskon, pati yung wala mo na kung sinabi patayin ang journalist. Ang sinabi ko, may journalist ito, and they're up to, there are 3 kinds. Sabi ko, bakit pinapatay ang ano? Yung una, yung mga category 1, yun talaga ang mga crusaders. Yung tarong mga tao, mga kolumnista na hindi tumatanggap ng pera except to write what is in his mind to be the correct behavior of a person. The second one is ito yung mga announcer, ito yung mga broadcaster na mouthpiece ng mga kumpanya niya. Yan. ABS-CBN, maraming kumpanya yan. Pangilinan Action 5. Yan sila ang may mga newspaper. They are there to protect their vested interest. Pag inaatake sila, ito na yung magdidepensa sa kanila. Just to influence the thinking of itong media kasi, the danger kasi ng media dito, kaya ayaw ko na sila. The penchant to slant the story or to angling. Sabi ko, itong pangatlong grupo, ito yung pinapatay. DC, AC, tanggap dito, tanggap doon, atakihin yung may mga illegal dyan, tapos magbigay, pag gusto ng dagdag, atakihon, ito talaga yung namamatay. Alam natin yan. And yet, when the news came out of ABS, pati sa mga bunganga nitong mga, kaya sabi ko, dudumi talaga ng isip niya, mga puta. Kinakalimutan nila yon. Pati si Yutan sa presidente ng yun, isa rin bobo, hindi naman nagbasa, marami naman sana siyang representative, then they should have really reviewed the whole story in its totality. Huwag makinig itong mga, yung i-report yan, kagaya ng eleksyon. Sabi ko na, ganito, alam mo, laki akong squatter. Pagdating namin sa Davao, mahirap lang talaga kami. The reason why my father migrated is because we are really very poor in Cebu. And the only way to uplift the mga anak niya is really to go to Mindanao to look for a new, greener pasture. Kaya yan ang nasa So yun pero yun dito, mahirap lang talaga kami. And I was mixed dyan sa Barrio Cemento sa Agdao. It's the original area na maraming mga Danau, Cebu. So nandoon kami, nanay ko, nagkarinderya lang. But look at the media, how they would. So one time, ang Rotary, niyaya ako. Di ang issue doon, bakit ka nagbumura? O sabi ko, alam mo kasi, itong mga ganitong, naririnig ko kasi sa ni Borodan, mga Batanggay nyo, po. So I was just, sabi ko na, ito yung naririnig ko. Pag lumabas sa ABS-CBN, teleradyo, sabi doon, si Duterte niyaya doon sa Rotary, walang ginawa kung hindi nagmura. Look at the way they would. Pati yung nagsasalita ako nang I was reading the cabinet members, maingay kasi sila. Hindi man ako nagsasalita, yun ang catcall ng babae. Ako magtawag sa mga security because I do not know their names. Yan, maglapit yan. Yun ang, yung sabi, yung ganon. Sabi ko, napapansin kayo? Tapos ginawa nilang parang bastos na, kita mo kung maglaro ng, kaya pabor talaga kung mayaman ka, may pera ka. At may isang TV network dito, pumasok sila sa Davao cable. Ang Davao noon meron na siyang cable. Tapos country cable company something. Pati kay Nograles yung Silargon. Baliktarin mong Silargon, Nograles. Read the word. Silargon, Nograles. So nilapitan tapos sabi na itong may isang executive kasama nung tatlo. Pumunta sa hotel, gusto akong kausapin. Sabi nila, Mayor, gusto namin pumasok pero alam mo, alanganin kami kasi balita namin, kaibigan mo yan may mga rari. Sabi ko, kaibigan ko. Hindi lang kaibigan ko yan, bata pa ako. Baka sabihin mo, kaibigan ko yung mga inchik. Alam mo, ano pa sabihin inchik? And they didn't even know that my grandfather was a Chinese. Ang lolo ko, Chinese. Ang nanay ko, Maranao. Stisa. Ganun lang nila hindi alam. Sabi ko, kasi kami, alanganin kami. Para bang hindi kami makapasok, kay ikaw yung big boss dyan. Ang ginawa ko, sabi ko, papilis, malika. Ano yan, sarap? Tanungin mo siya. So, ayan. Blanco. Pinirmahan ko. Approve. Oh, fill in the blanks ka na lang dyan. Tanungin mo Wala nang ibang may cable to ask him. Tapos nung gabi, niyaya ako ng dinner, sabi ko, wag. And in between the years, kung makita, magbigay ng talagang sinasabi ko, wag, ayaw ko. Alam niya na, this is public, kikinig niya yung mga reporter niya. Kaya sasaktan ka minsan, kasi yung basura ng eleksyon, ibubuhos nila, pati yung mga broadsheets. Ngayon, tapos naman, siguro may kaibigan man kayo sa DBP, tingnan niyo sa computer. Lahat yan, computer, konektado yan. Tingnan niyo talaga. Look, to sila 18,000 pesos and $5,000. And where did I get it? When I was a congressman. Yung mga TW namin, doon ko pinapasok sa bangko na yun. Na every time, congressman and senador, you'd go out, pero si Manny, sawa naman pasyal yan. You are required to go out for interparliamentary visits. Yan binibigay sa amin, doon ko binabagsak sa bangko, pinakamalapit, sa bahay, sa Manila. Noong nagbalik akong gobernador, nakalimutan ko na yun, kasi dito sa Davao, pag sabi mo, alis ako, sabi ko, Bong, bilihan mo ako ng $1 para baon ko. That was it. At dinagdagan ng isang asong askal. So, dalo na lang sabog yung utak. And because he was a paid hack. And to think na graduate ng Philippine Military Academy, nagpapabayad ang ulol. So, where are the values that you got from the academy? where is it? Nga sabi ko, well, that's a side story na, that's the vignettes of life. But talagang corruption. Drugs, anak ng wag talaga kayong pumasok ngayon. Kaibigan ko kayong lahat, pero wag muna magnegosyo ka na lang kung anong gusto mo. Siguro hijacking na lang o ano, patay ka rin. Well, I do not care. Basta ako sabi ko, kayo mga pulis pati, ako, sa trabaho ninyo, makapatay kayo ng 1,000, sabihin ninyo, utos ni Duterte. Period. I will deal with everybody. Ako na. O anong problema mo? Ako na. Anong gusto ninyo? Mamili kayo. Kasi kung ganun in-hotel, ininuwanan kasi, panahon ni Gloria hindi masyado, but iniwan, hidayaan. Kita mo drugs ngayon, baski saan, Mabutuan, Davao, Jensen, wala na, kasi mura nga. But in the process, you destroy the country. Kaya siguro rin ang Diyos talaga, sabi niya, ikaw muna ha. Kay killer ka man kaya, sige, patayin mo muna yan. Hindi talaga papayag. I will not. For the life of me, I will not. Corruption, drugs, criminality must stop. Hinto talaga, mag-away tayo niyan lahat. But then yung ibang aspects of governance, ang ko kasi priority ko is 1, education, 2 is health, 3 is education. Ngayon, itong health, the entire earnings of PAGCOR, which runs into billions, will be devoted to health. Medisina, pagkakita. Sabihin ko, huwag kayong kasi ang pati mga doktor nagko-contribute ng pera para lang to raise the money sa kanilang mga pasyente. PGH is one. Mga idealistic yung mga bata dyan sa UP. Sila na mismo ang bibigay dyan. Well, here is it. 35 billion. Sabihin ko sa mga ospital, bigyan ninyo ospital. Garantisado, mabayaran ko kayo. Pag nagkulang ang sige kasingil, wala akong pera maibigay, sige kayak-yak, sunugin ko yung ospital mo para tapos na. Maghintay ka lang. Huwag mo akong pistihin dyan because I will really pay you. 35 billion is 35 billion. It can buy almost all kinds of medicines for all kinds of sickness of all kinds of people. Then yung mga mga cabinet members ko, huwag kayong mag-alala, well chosen yan. Ngayon, sabi nila, bakit si Duterte, puro kaibigan, puro kainuman, puro kabarkada? Paano kung magbarkada ka, nag-iinuman talaga kayo? Kung mag-inuman kayo, kaibigan kayo. Ano bang problema niyan? Sinabi ko, please listen very carefully. Probinsyano ako. I never grew up in Manila. I was never invited to the social gathering. Ito si Don Diputa, ito si Dunya Letze. Wala akong kilala na ganun. Ako sa probinsya, kilala ko ang mga taga Davao. Nag-aral ako sa Maynila, ang kakilala ko, mga classmate ko, pati yung fraternity, brothers ko. Yun lang. Yung dito sa Davao nakilala ko sa Maynila, pero ito, puro bright ito. Carlos Dominguez III, Sonny, kababata ko yan, magkapit-bahay kami niyan. He was a consistent valedictorian since kindergarten. hanggang ako second year, kasi second year na-expelled ako sa Digos, Corieso ako nagtapos. Tugade, mahusay yan. He was the valedictorian sa class namin sa San Beda, 1972. Valedictor, mabright yan. And all the others, sinabi niya, it's either they are valedictorians, cum laude, summa cum laude. Ako lang ang consistent from kindergarten hanggang College of Law. Line of 8, average mga 75. Pero okay naman, dandahan ka lang. So I said I was late because I was expelled. I finished my high school in 7 years. Kilala ako, kung dyan ako tumakbo sa Mayora, wala, wipe out sila lahat. Kilala ako dyan sa Digos. Dyan ako nagtapos ng high school. Marunong to. Puro mga talagang cum laude. Yung BIR na, si Billy, kasama ko sa dormitoryo yan. Karumit ni Bebot Belio yan. Ang kasama ko si Yasay. Kakidapawan yan originally. Perfecto, yung foreign affairs. Akala ko, tingnan ko magsalita yan. Kung nakatalikod ka, nandito man yung Secretary po rin, ito, saan governor state ito ng Amerika. Pag tingnan mo si Yasay, the Yasay talks like an American because, kind of thing that was very practiced because he was the son of, hindi na ba naiintindihan ng Pilipino? I mean, I could also talk like that. Well, in front of a crowd, if I want to talk something like with a drawl, then I can. But, masabtan mo ko nila. Kaya ang English ko talagang punto, Bisaya, sinasadya ko yan. I mean, the slip of my tongue. So that I can be understood. Otherwise, magpakorne ako. But itong 75 na ito, kaharap ninyo, ang mga bata-bata kong mga kabinete, mga cum laude, wala yan sila. Ang boss nila, 75 lang. Well, anyway, I cannot stay long. I'd like to congratulate everybody, especially Manny. Totoo yan. Lapitan niya ako, sabi niya, tumakbo kami, kuman. Totoo yan sinabi niya. And yet, when he ran for senator, I insisted, sabi ko, in number 1 ninyo sa si Pacquiao. Sabi niya, binay man na siya. Totoo kang binay. Kaibigan. Siyempre, pag buto niya sa binay, pag talikod ni binay, moingo na siya, niya, tuoday mo. Kagaya ko yan sa North, pero nanalo rin ako doon, yung 16 million na yan, nanalo ako doon. Yung iba, kaya ng Ilocos Norte, Amy went for me, so I won. Yung iba dyan, kasi yung iba, mga brad ko, naging mayor, vice mayor, yun ang talagang nagtaksil. Senator Binay, wala. Sabi lang niya, tayo, buto tayo kay Binay, kay kami kasama. Tanong ganis Binay, sige, istorya, kauban dito sa stage, mga niya. Ano matoo, dahil mo. Yan ang kaibigan. Hindi talaga yun ang nangyari. Pero alam ko sa puso niya, gano'n. And, for the many years that we have been friends, every time I fight siya, sabihin niya kay Bong, may 2 ticket ako for kami. But for the rest, I have a dynamics with the State Department of the United States. Hindi ako, takad na hindi pumuntang Amerika. Wala mo rin mapuntahan doon. Sabi ko lang, salamat man. But all the years, birthday niya, hindi ako pupunta talaga. Kasi, malapati, sabi ko, basta panahon, baski sa yung mayor ako, mga barangay, pista-pista. birthday ni Kapitan, tang ina ka, inom lang na niya, ako pang gasto. Mangayog ko sa kartong pundador. Kaya kamo lang, sige lang, sige, ina, happy birthday. Padala lang ko. Pero at the time sa ilang kaguol, sunog, usahay sa bukid, rebelde, patay, mga militar, I am there. And so with my friend. Di talaga ako taniminsan, hindi ako. But when he lost the fight, sinabi ni Bong nangyayari sa birthday niya, sabi ko, Bong, pupunta tayo. Now is the time to share a moment with a friend na medyo lumoral siya. Ganon ako na pagkatao. Masyada ako sa happy-happy, sige, okay lang. Talo. But when you are down and out, I will be there beside you. Nandun ako sa tabi mo. Karon, ug dili ko mo take off alas 5 na, ngit-ngit na because helicopter is visual. Kana mo kita, hindi na po diya ka ng, wala mo na night flying. Og di mo kumuuli dayon karon human og istorya, di na lang kay ko makighugoy-hugoy ninyo. Kay og mahog ng eroplano ang chopper, wala na may presidenteng bago. Katong kuan ni Lenny Robredo. Kinsa man? O pagampo na mo daan. Layo-layo katong Davao, ngit-ngit na. Whenever I have to go because I said it's a visual thing and ang piloto anak mo mag-yaw-yaw. Ay, magabtang gabi, papagos man siya, paparking na lang mga itaw gasang. You cannot fly at night with the chopper unless there's yung kanang sa gira mo lang na sa mga Amerikano. Sa Sinirapord. Kasi sige man sila kapildi. Kung sa Sini, daog pirmi. Ito og man utro po na. Di na ko magdugay. Dakang salamat sa inyong invitation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect